It's that time weekend. I'm Chef Nicolas Ganea, and welcome back. Glad to be back, and let's just jump into it, shall we? Now, as you've noticed, new chef coat, new hairstyle, new custom suit from last week, and I went foraging with my friend Janison, some Nettle, which you'll find on my Instagram, well, for the grammars, for that little quick video of, well, Nettle. Alright, let's start with a sexy dish, huh? As always, trying something new and experimental. So it was my first time using white soy sauce, and it's actually pronounced, I'll show you. So, I'll show you. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, actually, that's the name, surprisingly. Alright, so I got white soy sauce, and then I added in anise seeds, which I grinded in the spice grinder beforehand, and then mixed that together, just whisked it, and then put it into wild sockeye salmon. And finally, it's in season. Then I got purple sweet potatoes, which was kind of a scam, or, well, I was tricked. I was peeling it, and as I continued to peel it, it was white. It looked like regular sweet potatoes. I'm like, how is this purple? I digress. What I ended up doing was I boiled it just like, normal mashed potatoes. Took that, whisked it, well, I got the whisk to smash it up a little bit. Then I added in, what did I add in? Oh yeah, that's right, chickpea flour, turmeric, cumin, and actually sauteed up pickled ginger with serrano peppers. And then mixed that in there and so it can give it a little different color. Seared that potato, then threw it in the oven to finish, and it was so funny. Okay, this way. So I made extra of this, and my client, he knew that, he saw it, and so he kept grabbing one after another, and then finally I said, stop. This is for the dip fish dish, just relax, okay? He's like, sorry man, it's really good, just by itself. You could have that as a dish. I'm like, fine. Then I seared the salmon, threw that in the oven, then I took the sauteed veggies, just a little random little stuff here, Chinese broccoli and a little bit of carrots and a little bit of this and blah blah blah. Then got the deglazed. I got the marinade and deglazed it. This was the thought process: to give or not to give? To give. Okay, it's an obvious choice, duh. Now this sexy, irresistible nettle patty, nettle turkey patty. One of my clients asked for turkey patties again because he loved it so much. Like, can I get those turkey patties again? But of course I changed it up. Now what I added into the turkey meat, yes, I added in my foraged nettle that I got the week before, and what I did was I dehydrated it, then threw it into the spice grinder, turned it into a powder, and then used that into my patty, and added in, elderberry powder as well with a little bit of salt. Side note, nettle is actually very high in protein. I actually use that as a substitute for my protein powder when I'm doing like shakes and stuff like that, or, smoothies. It's interesting flavor. And if you're ever wondering, it actually has a slight taste of wheatgrass, but it's not that aftertaste of bitter. And also has that little bit of taste, and it's very not as noticeable, pea protein powder. It tastes like that, when you get that dehydrated protein powder. It tastes like that, just a little bit. Some people are like, that sounds delicious. So I turned those into little balls, and then I seared them off and threw them in the oven to finish off. And for the rest of the dish, I got onions, and I burnt them purposely, spring onions. And then I grabbed spinach and collard greens and just sauteed them real quickly with some salt and add a little more of that rub seasoning to get more of that flavor. And to my best friend, I told you I'd throw in microgreens, and I didn't just do one microgreen dish. I did 2 dishes. What can I say? Now this dish came about because last week I was making some family meal, some friends, and it was kind of like an Indian style sort of thing. And I was like, this would be a great idea to do for my clients. And so I did. So let's just rush this one a little bit, because it's pretty simple. Got leeks, threw that in there and sauteed it. Then I asked my client beforehand, would you like 1 serrano pepper or 2? And as he replied, 2. Then I added some canned tomatoes, roasted off chicken thighs, some zucchini squash, turmeric, and cumin. And to thicken it up, because it is, very liquidy, I added in chickpea flour, and it thickened it up and made it super glassy, and I loved it. Then seasoned it with salt and boomba. And as for my last dish, for this salad, so I got butternut squash and I roasted beforehand. Well, I roasted it and then I threw it into the blender. And since it's very starchy, knowing this, I have to throw in water and not make it too vinegary, because otherwise it'll just taste like vinegar. So I threw in some water in there, loosened it up, then threw in my rice vinegar, of course. And I actually didn't even use that much grapeseed oil, so I threw a little bit of that and seasoned with salt and butternut squash vinaigrette. Fantastic, which I mixed in with shredded purple cabbage and roasted spiced peanuts and orange cranberries, which was delicious. As you guys know the drill by now, I'm Chef Nicolas Ganea. Don't forget to click the like button if you like this video. And of course, if you want to follow me on my page, or our page, you can click the icon right over there, which will take you to the page. Just click the like and like, oh my god, I want to follow the page, and you can see what the updates of videos. If you have any suggestions or things you want me to try out on food, let me know. I'm very experimental, I'm very curious to try new things, and if you haven't seen me do it before, let me know. Which actually, I just want to give you a side note, I just bought a smoker, so there's going to be a little more things going to go on. And that's because my client asked for that. Gotta give what your client wants, right? And if you want to follow my goofy self, of course, you can follow my Instagram. I do little, weird things. I've been posting a lot more again, just from side stories, and then I tried something new through my, foraging nettle video, which was pretty cool.